Driscoll a clean pocket to step up and throw the football. Had all day to throw the football. Now watch the offensive line. There's no pressure. Look how he's able to slide it up and actually gets up on the football. That's what you got to have, a good clean pocket for the quarterback to throw out of.
17 yards on the play for Fullwood, moving the ball into opposing territory. Gators show a little bit sort of like the jet sweep action. Driscoll runs through traffic. And again, well played by Brian Cox Jr. as he got upfield, kept his containment, and that would have been a tackle for loss if you could tackle the quarterback. I think Brian Cox Jr. might be on the verge of becoming a really good ball player.
Well, if he's anything like his dad was, Brian Cox Sr., who was just a phenomenal football player, guy that went 120 miles an hour on every play. And that's what you see out of Brian Cox Jr. You know, he goes after it full speed at all times.
Mac Brown, nice hole, picks his way through traffic and gets it inside the 30-yard line.
Great patience on that run as he gave his blocker a chance to execute. He didn't just go blasting up to the line of scrimmage. He tucked in, waited for the block to be executed, and then hit the hole.
And I think they're showing this offense, while it is going to speed it up and you're going to see three wide a lot, they're still going to be able to run the football and are committed to being able to run the football.
Well, you're forcing the defense to actually play the pass with the idea that you have the power backs to run it, Larry.
Little swing pass for about 4 yards to Brown. He was tackled by Michael Taylor.
Good to see Michael Taylor back, you know, guy that was sorely missed last year. I think he went down in the Georgia Southern game, if I remember correctly.
And we do have a end of the quarter here in the Orange and Blue debut presented by Sunnyland here in Gainesville. Second quarter action is coming up on Sun Sports. Welcome back to the Orange and Blue debut on Sun Sports, presented by Sunnyland Fertilizer, made in Florida just for your Florida lawn and garden. And for more on that, let's go down to the field to Jess.
All right, thanks so much, Larry. I'm joined now by Lee Moore, the Chemical Division Manager at Sunnyland Corporation. And Lee, Sunnyland has such a great relationship with the Gators. They use your products all over campus. How proud are you to be associated with the University of Florida?
It's amazing the relationship we have with the University of Florida, to be able to do all the athletic fields for the fertilizer, for all the fields and off and around campus. We are so proud to be related with the University of Florida.
Sunnyland is celebrating 130 years of being in business. What do you want people to know about Sunnyland Corporation and what it stands for?
We've been around for 130 years because we do business the right way. We take care of our customers. Our customers are first, our employees are second, and we're just really proud to be here in Florida for 130 years.
How excited are you that football is back?
So excited. Can't wait to see this new Gator team. Go Gators.
All right, thanks so much. Larry, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Jess. Here we go. The ball is at the 23-yard line, second down and about 6. Jeff Driscoll led a touchdown drive on his last possession, trying to do it again. That's Clay Burton coming into motion, a senior tight end. They run inside with Lane. Lane got it to the 20. It'll be third down and 3. Joey Ivey, 91, and in on the tackle along with Antonio Morrison.
Good to see Morrison back in the lineup. A guy that's shown unbelievable talent, just hadn't been able to stay healthy.
Gators at linebacker with Morrison, Michael Taylor, Jared Davis, 3 established guys. Neron Ball, who's not playing today, in the mix at the Sam linebacker as well. And a youngster, Daniel McMillan, who's made an impression this spring. On third and short, not anywhere to run, so Mac Brown just waits for everyone to get out of the way. To the 5, down at the 1, first and goal.
Patience, and more patience that time, Larry. This play looked like it was going nowhere. He allows everything to be disrupted, and then he just turns it back. Shows the vision, nice juke in the open field.
And they run right up the middle, and he gets in for the touchdown on the very next play. And again, the tempo of this offense, guys in the trucker said, timeout, we need a replay.
Well, you know, when you have a guy make a play like he just made, and once again, here you got Antonio Morrison with a free blitzer on perfect call by the defense, and he doesn't put a hand on him. Just shows you Mack Brown runs between the tackles, but with the great vision and his ability to move one way or another, he's able to make people miss him in the hole.
So Harden continues to get all the duty with the place kicks, and he's made a field goal and a pair of extra points. And, you talked about the patience on that long run by Mack Brown. We mentioned it earlier with Kelvin Taylor. I think that's the least appreciated skill that a great running back has to have. We don't talk enough about the fact patience can make all kinds of things happen.
Yeah, because you got to give your offensive line an opportunity to execute their block, and sometimes it takes a little bit longer to dig that guy out of there than you expect. But if you're patient and follow the blocking, you got a chance to get back in the hole.
Here at Florida Field, the Florida Gators use Sunnyland fertilizer products. In Florida, we have sandy soils, and Sunnyland fertilizer products are made just for these conditions. That's why the Gators choose Sunnyland, made in Florida, just for Florida. Sunnyland, keeping Florida green since 1884. Morningweg back in at quarterback. He'll tuck it under and run forward for about 5.
Number 17, Skyler Morningweg.
Another smart decision and not throwing the football. Everybody was covered. Tuck the football, get as much as you can, get down as a quarterback. Gators are showing, 5 wide, empty backfield.
Yep, they're going empty. They do have a tight end type and a running back type out there, but they set up 5 wide. And there's Robinson, who has to go down to get a low throw for a gain of about 3.
But Larry, that's the beauty of this offense when you're going up-tempo. You can shift guys out, and now all of a sudden there's linebackers out there trying to cover these guys versus them going to a nickel or a dime package with defensive backs at the game.
Max Garcia checks out. They check Thurman in. Again, a low snap issue. We'll see what they run on 3rd down. That time the snap is dropped by Morningweg, picks it up, runs forward, gets about 8 yards and a 1st down.
One of the toughest things, and we saw this with Mike Pouncey, if you remember, Larry. When you first get where you're snapping the ball, you're so concerned with all the other things that you've got to do that sometimes your focus is not as much on getting the ball back to the quarterback, an accurate snap, and a soft snap. You can't just shotgun it back there.
Lane with a couple of nifty moves in traffic, gets about 7 or 8 yards.
Well, there's 2 ways to look at this, Larry, so far. Defensively, is our defensive line just getting manhandled, or is the offensive line coming of age? Because you're getting the running room for these backs.
One of the challenges is when they do make a play on the defensive line, they can't tackle the quarterback. They'd have about 4 tackles for loss on quarterbacks if they were allowed to. Hunter Joyer has checked back into the ball game on 2nd down. Morningweg steps up. Incomplete pass. Tried to get it to the tight end, Goolsby. And it was Jabari Gorman on the coverage. Gorman, one of the seniors on the Gator defense. Only Darius Cummings at front. Michael Taylor at fullback, at middle linebacker. And then you've got Gorman in the secondary, the only seniors. So they got a personal foul on the set on blue, but he moved it. They're moving it against the orange.
Yeah, I think they were calling pass interference on Gorman, but I'd like to see that play again because once the ball's in the air, both the offense and the defense has the right to the football.
So put the ball at the 33 for a fresh set of downs. Morningweg with another crossing route. They throw a lot of those with this offense, and he was able to complete it.
And one of the things that I've been noticing, Larry, almost each and every time you have somebody flaring into the flat, which moves that slot guy out of the middle.
A little quick flare screen. There's Bailey, and Bailey takes it close to a 1st down as he's run out of bounds around the 13-yard line. Another play there by the redshirt freshman out of Seffner Armwood.
Bailey shows you a little quicks after he gets the ball in his hand. Nice job of, getting back into the hole and then showing some speed, getting into the secondary.
2 touchdowns already on the board for the. We'll just keep up with the offense. We've got the score of orange and blue, but I think we're mixing and matching so much it's really hard to tell. And you've got 2 number 30s on the offense. That's making it interesting as well. And they've each caught a pass, McNeely and Goolsby. Run up the middle, just a couple, but enough to get the first down and make it 1st and goal.
Are you saying that from this distance you can't tell the difference in the size of the two? One's a big guy, one's a little guy, Larry.
Yeah, and they're both wearing 30. I can tell the difference, but usually, I mean, it's bad enough when you have guys on opposite sides of the ball with the same number. I mean, they should go out with 11 guys wearing 26.
Well, that's another way of making sure that if anybody has any scouts here at the game, they don't know who's who.
Well, under NCAA rules, you can't have 2 guys on the field at the same time with the same number. And that actually became a controversy 2 years ago in one of the very many close games Notre Dame won. They had 2 guys with the same number on, I think it was a missed field goal. That preserved their win, and had the officials caught it, they'd have gotten another field goal try. But there you go. 7:41 to play here in the second quarter of the orange and blue debut presented by Sunnyland. The Gators with a new offense. Kurt Roper coming over from Duke. And let's take a look at what the offense was like last year for the Gators compared to what Duke was able to put on the board.
Well, the first thing I look at is the points. When you're talking about 13 points difference, over 100 yards, and their ability to throw the football, 234 yards, running the football, whether it's ACC or SEC, you got to be able to run the football effectively to help accentuate the pass.
And I kind of remember the ACC had the national champ last year, right?
I read that somewhere.
It's a rumor. Clemson was awfully good, too. So there are some pretty good teams. Right now, the offense has amassed over 150 yards on the ground, averaging almost 6 yards per run. And that's the first type of procedure penalty we've had.
Yep, and, it's a young guy, Hartless, who he's one of those young guys that Coach Muschamp talked about. He wants to get them as much action, try and get them some experience and get them ready to play in a hurry.
Kavaris Harkless, number 53, he's left tackle, a true freshman, just enrolled in January from Jacksonville Trinity Christian. And on 1st and goal from the 15, they run forward for about 3. Harris makes another tackle on Hunter Joyer.
Well, Harris is going to get the credit for the tackle, but Caleb Brantley did a nice job of keeping his outside arm free while fighting off a blocker and then getting in on the tackle.
Brantley, number 57, he's a redshirt freshman out of Crescent City. Gators had a huge recruiting class a year ago, and a lot of those guys who redshirted will be in the mix for playing time this fall. There's a pass, and there's a touchdown. Outstanding play, reaching back to make the grab for the Florida Gators, Chris Thompson out of Gainesville High School.
Well, Bart, as you look at this offense, what do we see so far? Moving the quarterback, getting him outside of the pocket. That time you're able to get Morningwig outside of the pocket. He buys time for that deep crossing route coming all the way from the other side of the field because everybody's moving with the quarterback and you lose sight of that receiver coming from the backside.
So that is the 3rd touchdown of the first half. We still have 7 minutes to go, so you're certainly seeing the effort offensively. The productivity offensively.
Yes.
Both. And people who want to worry about, the nature of intra-squad stuff is if the offense is having a good day, the defense is not, but the limitations on the defense are such that you really can't blame them for some of what happens.
Well, and some people say, well, he was okay talking about Kurt Roper. He was okay in the ACC at Duke, but this is the SEC. Remember Spurrier?
Yeah,
he was okay at Duke.
He was okay, but you can't run that stuff in the SEC. Oh, I heard it. We heard it all throughout 1990. Then he put a 48 knot on Auburn's head, and people quit saying stuff that.
Oh, yeah. When you look at Kurt and his experience and what he's been able to do, even when he was at Kentucky and they had that connection with him and Coach Summers, and Joker Phillips, they put up points.
Wasn't he was with Andre Woodson, right? He was his quarterback. Boy, Woodson became a heck of a player under that tutelage. LaTroy Pittman wide open, had to go down to make the catch, but a 16-yard pickup. Pittman making some plays this afternoon.
Well, they've got 6 wide receivers that have really started to step up. The coaches love what they're seeing out of these young guys, and, you know, hopefully we're going to be able to keep the quarterback upright and do some things with the football down the field this year.
Nice footwork by Mack Brown, getting through trouble once again and moving the ball inside the 45-yard line. And it looks like, and again, Matt Jones isn't even part of the mix today because of, as he's coming back from injury, but you had Matt Jones to Kelvin Taylor and Mack Brown Jr. and Adam Lane. You've got some real talent in the backfield to pick up rushing yards for this offense.
And Brantley has come up a little banged up there as the trainers run out to check him out.
You see number 57 getting a little assistance over to the sideline.
And that's the last thing you want to see is injuries, and especially for a young guy that, you know, getting some experience during the spring game helps him dramatically to get ready for the fall. There's the defensive coordinator, DJ Durkin.
Ball is placed just outside the 43, making it a long 4 to go on second down. A lot of offense here in the first half of the orange and blue debut presented by Sunnyland. There's a pass out in the flat. Ahmad Fullwood makes a catch, picks up 5 and a first down.
And you see how quick that ball came out that time. He's back in the shotgun. He gets the ball, knows where he wants to go, and he's able to get it to Fullwood in a hurry on just a quick stop where he's able to catch the ball, turn upfield, pick up a couple extra yards.
Man, I thought defensive players were supposed to hit offensive guys, not vice versa. Adam Lane went in that hole with evil intentions.
Well, Adam Lane is 5'7", 222 pounds. Don't let the 5'7" fool you. I mean, at 222 pounds, he's bringing a load. Now watch him drop his shoulder. Just runs through 2 would-be tacklers.
Joey Ivy, Antonio Morrison in on the play. Trying to get it to Valdez Showers. It's incomplete. Good coverage there by Brian Poole.
Good pass protection as well, Larry. I mean, that time Jeff Driscoll was able to stand back there, scan the entire field with plenty of time to throw the football, just nobody open downfield. Good coverage by that secondary.
You see why Will Muschamp is high on the talent in the Gators secondary. It's young and all that, but you'll take talent over experience every time. Driscoll finds DeMarcus Robinson. Robinson to the 10. Nifty move. He's in. DeMarcus Robinson, hello.
And he didn't stress. He just caught the ball, turned upfield, found the defender. Well, let me see if I can make you miss. Into the end zone. You know, all morning and talking to the coaches one after another, they all talked about DeMarcus Robinson and how good he can be. That when he's on the field, he is special. And here's a perfect example of it. A little stutter step and touchdown, Robinson.
Doinked the extra point. And Will Muschamp not happy with the snap on that missed extra point. But DeMarcus Robinson is making people happy. He's an exciting player and a 31-yard touchdown. The orange and blue debut on Sun Sports is presented by Sunnyland Fertilizer, made in Florida just for your Florida lawn and garden. If you're looking for the latest in Gator video coverage, such as this ball game, be sure to check on Gator Vision Online for live events, on-demand content, and more from every UF sport. Gator Vision Online is the official streaming video site of the Florida Gators.
The way the Gators receivers have played so far, we're starting to get a shot to look at some of the third-team receivers. We got Case Harrison, Michael McNeely, and, of course, Rafael Andres in the ball game at the receiver position.
Also, Chris Thompson has gone back in. He had caught a touchdown pass a little while ago. We've seen a lot of number 69, Nick Davison, at tackle for the offense. He's a walk-on from right here at Fewholtz High School. There's a quick pass and a completion to Goolsby, the tall number 30. Both the tall and short number 30s are on the field right now.
And Goolsby is a freshman that came in early, came in January out of Kansas, Derby, Kansas,
where his team won the state championship. He caught passes for over 600 yards last year. Nice blocking for Joyer as he takes it across midfield.
I'll tell you, when you look at the job that Trip Thurman does there, Larry, you got it right. Nice job. He gets out front. This is the center snapping the ball and then athletically being able to pull, get out front. And then once there was no one to block out front, he turned back and sealed.
Hunter Joyer's getting has as many carries today as he had all of last season. I'm not kidding. He does. It's 3. Greer fires. And McNeely cannot hold on. Good coverage there from Daniel McMillan, as well as a little bit of safety help.
But the ball was not caught once again, but it was on the money. He was able to fit it in between two defenders. Receiver just not able to come down with the football.
Ball at the 48, 2nd and 10. Straight ahead for a couple. There's a big guy on the tackle, Janard Bostwick from Port St. Lucie Centennial High School. As we get a look at the new offensive line coach, Mike Summers.
Comes over from USC. Yeah, I think they knew a thing or two about throwing the football and running the football out there. Prolific offenses out there at USC.
On 3rd and 8, Greer steps in the pocket. Boy, he's got very calm pocket presence and delivers a great pass for the first down. How about that?
Case Harrison on the reception. Redshirt freshman right here from Gainesville, Florida. Now, one of the things he's got to stop doing, though, is eyeing the receiver. As you can see, good break on the ball by Washington because Greer is eyeing the receiver the whole way.
But boy, it gets there in a hurry, doesn't it?
It does.
Gators fake the run. Greer will swing it to Lane, the guy he faked the handoff to. And Lane, that time on the short end of the collision with Michael Taylor.
Well, but he also made Daniel McMillan look like he was a beginner in football as he juked him out of position and was able to get upfield. But nice job of getting that ball out in a hurry that time by Greer once he knew he wasn't going to throw it down the field.
I like the different things these guys show you out of the running back position. There's a real nice play by Joey Ivy, who broke that up in a hurry. Had some help from teammates. Jordan Sherritt, like Ivy, a second-year guy. He's a redshirt freshman. Ivy's a sophomore who played some last year, 91 and 17 respectively.
Yeah, we're starting to see some run blitzes coming up in there where you see the linebackers coming up in there pre-snap and getting penetration into the backfield.
So on 3rd down, Greer looks to throw. Gets it out quickly. Just shy of a first down, though. Excellent tackle made.
Linebackers coming on a blitz. Yeah, as soon as the linebacker leaves that position, he knows he's got his tight end coming across. Now, it's up to the tight end. That's an error on the tight end's part. You got to get enough yards for the first down. He didn't get upfield enough. Quarterback did his job. Offensive line did a nice job picking up the blitz, but the tight end didn't get deep enough for the first down.
Blair Diamond made the catch, but he's about a foot shy, maybe a foot and a half shy of the first down. They'll go with the field goal try from 42 yards out for Hardin, who just hit an upright.